Christmas morning, the first thing we do as kids is rush for our stockings. You know, these red felt socks that look like they were designed for giants, overflowing with candy and treats. And anchoring the stockings to the couch would be this great round bulge right in the toe. So when you were finished with your stocking, you'd turn it upside down and you'd pull and you'd shake, and eventually a bright orange would plop into your lap. To be honest, having just opened little boxes of Fruit Loops and chocolate and candy, a piece of fresh fruit was a little disappointing, like my parents had been conned by a public health official to bring a more balanced diet to the whole stocking experience. But later that morning, when we would eat the oranges and the air was filled with the smell of citrus, my father would explain that when he was a boy, his father would say to him, "You know, back when I was your age, stores aren't as fancy as they are now. And we lived out in the country, and the only fruits and vegetables we would see during the winter would be the ones your grandma had canned the fall before. And so when that orange would plop into our lap on Christmas morning, we lifted it up with awe and wonder, knowing it had come from faraway exotic places, probably Florida. But it was a reminder that although our trees are dormant and our grass has all gone brown, somewhere in the world there's a tree swaying in a summer breeze. And he said if you held it and tasted it just right, you might be able to feel the sunshine, a little bit of summer breaking into our winter." Well, that was many years ago. And now I live in one of those tropical places where December is in the middle of a sweltering summer. And although they're not as rare, in the Zimbabwean heat, nothing quenches your thirst like a fresh orange. The sweet smell of citrus right as you break open the peel, a blast from the juice as you bite into it, the tang on your tongue from the sour citrus taste. The orange was a reminder of what the Christmas story is about, that God's love came in a moment when the entire world was dark and cold. That right as Jesus is born, his family has to flee like refugees to escape a violent king. He grew up in the midst of political and religious corruption and incredible turmoil. See, Christmas isn't a story where we just pause like a nostalgic longing for the past, a naive hoping for remembering simpler times. It's where we tell the story once again that light breaks into the darkness. We tell about the time that God started to bring an end to winter and the time when true life began. Now, as my family gets ready for Christmas and we have our Advent devotions and our Jesse Tree devotions, I always imagine as we're getting ready going into Christmas that we'll be explaining about God's love as the children sit around in quiet, contemplative awe. The truth is, our devotions are a little bit more earthy than that. And that's okay too. Because as I think about it, you know, there's just no graceful way to eat an orange. The moment you break the peel and try to take a bite, no matter how careful you are, that juice tries to escape like my boys taking off dress clothes after church on Sunday to run free. Right? Oranges leave behind sticky hands and sticky faces, sticky shirts, really anything in proximity. You know, joy has a way of doing that. And we want to make his blessings known as far as the curse is found. I don't know how neat or how messy your family is as you tell the story about God's love. But this Christmas season, grab an orange and share the news. Joy to the world, the Lord has come. Let earth receive her King. We want to thank you so much for your prayer and support this past year. And on behalf of the Udo team and the Lawson family, we want to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Heaven and angels Thank you.